If becoming a homeowner is one of your goals for this year, you should start planning now for a thrilling emotional and financial adventure. Before you begin the home buying process, be sure you are prepared to live in a home for 3 to 5 years or longer, as it can take that long to create equity and return your investment expenditures. Consider your dream home and area, but keep in mind that you may need to sift through these fantasies to discover a community and a home that you can comfortably afford. Number 10. Determine how much house you can afford. Lenders normally advise home buyers to look for homes that cost no more than 3 to 5 times their annual household income if they expect to put down 20% and have a reasonable amount of other debt. Calculating your debt-to-income (DTI) ratio will give you an estimate of how much of a monthly mortgage payment you might be able to afford. You can calculate this ratio by adding up your existing monthly loan payments and dividing the total by your monthly income. The outcome will show you what percentage of your monthly income goes toward debt repayment. For house loans, lenders typically prefer a DTI of less than 43%. If you plan to put down less than 20% on a property, lenders may frequently require private mortgage insurance, PMI, as part of your monthly mortgage payment. This cost varies by lender and can be waived once you have paid down 20% of the total purchase price. This selection should be based on your personal financial position. Number 9. Work with a mortgage banker to select your loan. Mortgage lenders may provide a wide selection of reasonably priced loan options. You will most likely have numerous questions while acquiring a home, so having a responsive mortgage banker assist you will make the process much smoother. Keep a rolling note of questions that come to mind throughout the process so you can remember to ask them at the appropriate time. Make certain to speak with your lender about potential loan closing expenses and fees. When it comes to mortgages, every house buyer has different priorities. Some people want to keep their monthly payments as low as possible. Others are concerned with ensuring that their monthly payments never rise. Some people may choose a loan based on the expectation that they will be moving again in a few years. Before choosing a lender, spend some time comparing them. There may be significant distinctions between the mortgage packages they offer that will assist you in making your decision. Number 8. Set the completion date and exchange contracts. This is the day you'll finally be able to move into your new house. After you exchange contracts, completion normally takes between 1 and 4 weeks. During this time, it could be a good idea to find a reputable removal firm to assist you with your move. You're nearly there. You've effectively switched contacts since your solicitor and the seller's solicitor signed copies of the contract. It's time to pop the cork and toast to the completion of your first home. Number 7. Get a home inspection. Typically, purchase offers are contingent on a home inspection of the property to look for structural issues or anything that may need to be repaired. Your real estate agent may be able to assist you in arranging for this inspection to take place within a few days of the seller accepting your offer. This contingency protects you by allowing you to renegotiate or withdraw your offer without penalty if the examination reveals serious material damage. The house inspector's findings will be reported to both you and the seller. You can then decide whether you wish to ask the seller to make any repairs to the property before closing. Before the transaction is finalized, you will have the opportunity to see the property and check that any agreed-upon repairs have been completed. Number 6. Get pre-qualified and pre-approved for your mortgage. Before you begin looking for a home, you must first determine your budget. Getting pre-qualified or pre-approved for a mortgage is the best way to do it. To get pre-qualified, you must provide your mortgage banker with basic financial information, such as your income and the amount of savings and investments you have. Your lender will look over this information and tell you how much money you can borrow. This will give you an idea of the pricing range of the homes you should look at. Later, you can get pre-approved for credit by submitting your financial documents, W-2 statements, paycheck stubs, bank account statements, and so on, so your lender can verify your financial condition and trustworthiness. Number 5. Get a survey. It's poll time. A survey is not required, but it is highly recommended. If you don't acquire one and then discover unforeseen structural difficulties after you've purchased the house, it's just bad luck. Don't be one of those people who relies on the mortgage appraisal. You could end up paying hundreds of pounds afterwards. Allow yourself some peace of mind by conducting a survey. Your major alternatives are the Home Fact Report, RICS Home Buyer Survey, RICS Home Buyer Survey and Valuation, and RICS Building Survey. If you're not sure whether a survey is right for you, check out our survey information for a quick explanation of each. Number 4. Get an inspection. In addition to the assessment performed by the mortgage lender, you should conduct your own house inspection. An inspection typically costs around $300 and can cost up to $1,000 for a large project that takes 2 hours or more. You should request to be there during the inspection because you will discover a lot about your home's overall condition, construction materials, wiring, and heating. If the inspector discovers severe issues, such as a leaking roof, ask your lawyer or agent to discuss it with the seller. You will either want the seller to correct the issue before you move in, or you will deduct the cost of the repair from the final price. If the seller refuses to agree to either remedy, you may decide to walk away from the deal without penalty if that contingency is specified in the contract. Number 3. Find a real estate agent. You've got your pre-approval in hand and know what kind of house you want. Now let's locate someone to assist you in your search. The appropriate real estate agent may make a significant impact throughout the home buying process, from understanding the ins and outs of the local market to providing moral support when the search seems interminable to assisting you in negotiating with a seller. It is advisable to interview at least 3 agents. Ask folks you know who have recently purchased a property if they would suggest their agent. There is only one absolute don't here. Use a different real estate agent than the one who is selling the house you want to buy. You want your own agent to speak for you and bargain on your behalf. The seller usually pays a commission to the buyer's agent. However, if you sign a representation agreement with your real estate agent, you may be obligated to pay the commission if the seller does not. Although it is uncommon for the seller to fail to pay, this could occur, for example, if you are purchasing a for-sale-by-owner property. You should nevertheless carefully study the agreement and confirm who will pay in your specific circumstance. Number 2. Make an offer. Found a home that's right for you? Now's the time to make an offer. Your real estate agent can be This is a fantastic resource, supplying you with comparable sales statistics, as well as any information about the sellers they may have acquired from the seller's agent, for example, if they've already located a new house and are extra keen to sell. You may also need the assistance of a real estate attorney. A lawyer is necessary in some places to be present for any real estate transaction. If the seller rejects your offer, you may make a counteroffer or walk away, depending on the reason. If the seller counters, consult with your agent to determine if you should accept or make your own counteroffer. A buyer's agent truly earns their pay during these conversations. Is the offer accepted? Congrats! You only need to take a couple more steps now. At this time, you'll also most likely write your first check. Earnest money is a deposit paid toward the purchase of a home. It is often placed in an escrow account, and when the sale is completed, most buyers utilize it as part of their cash to close. Number 1. Close and move. Many purchasers choose a final tour the day before or the morning of the closing. Its objective is to ensure that the property appears exactly as it did when you made your offer, and that the seller executes any agreed-upon renovations, if any. Expect to spend at least a few hours at the title business signing documents on closing day. You should also have money to cover closing charges, which normally range from 3 to 5% of the transaction price. You will receive your keys once the signing is completed and the sale is recorded. You now own the house. You can now set up utilities for your new house, such as electricity, cable, and internet. Check with your real estate agent about contract responsibilities if you're buying a condo with a HOA that covers some utility costs. That's a wrap on the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, let me know by giving it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.